Hi, Craft Wilder DIY family. In today's video, we're joining Thomas J. Elpel as he works on his incredible canoe project. His dream of carving a canoe and paddling down the river connects deeply with the long and rich history of dugout canoes. These vessels were traditionally used by explorers and indigenous peoples for travel, trade, and exploration. He will also be teaming up with Churchill Clark, a descendant of Captain William Clark of the legendary Lewis and Clark expedition. The adventure begins with choosing the right tree, a decision that would influence every step of the canoe building process. Historically, indigenous peoples and explorers carefully selected trees based on availability, workability, and long-term durability. Cottonwood was the first choice for this project, as it has traditionally been favored for its lightweight and ease of carving. However, because the cottonwood available wasn't large enough, the team switched to Douglas fir, a species valued for its strength and straight grain. Douglas fir, widely used in construction for its durability, added a new challenge to the project. Unlike softer woods, it demanded a mix of traditional craftsmanship and modern tools to shape its tough structure. The selected log, sourced from a sawmill, weighed an impressive 10,000 pounds, highlighting the scale and ambition of the build. The first stage of construction involved preparing the log by flattening one side to form the base of the canoe. With Churchill's experience, the orientation and design of the log were optimized from the start. Once the bottom was flattened, the team flipped the log multiple times throughout the shaping process. Chainsaws were used to make the initial rough cuts, removing large sections to begin hollowing out the interior. This step required precision and patience to extract the first wedge of wood cleanly. As the hollowing deepened, they introduced the adze to refine the inner surface. This traditional tool gave greater control, echoing the historical methods used by early canoe builders. The hollowing progressed gradually, with each layer removed, shaping the interior more precisely. Constant checks were needed to ensure the walls remained evenly thick and symmetrical. Each flip of the log revealed new areas needing refinement, and the process became easier as more material was removed. This methodical work also helped significantly reduce the log's overall weight. The detailed labor mirrored the time-consuming efforts of traditional dugout canoe makers. Once the inner cavity was roughed out, attention shifted towards shaping the exterior. The lines of the bow and stern were marked and trimmed, gradually revealing the canoe's graceful outline. This phase demanded ongoing adjustments, with each cut refining the canoe's final shape. Using a log wizard, the team smoothed the outer surface and removed knots. Meanwhile, Churchill's skill ensured the canoe remained both functional and visually appealing. Achieving proper symmetry became a major focus during this stage. Any uneven edges or misaligned curves could negatively affect the canoe's performance. To avoid this, every adjustment was carefully measured and double-checked. Working together, the team balanced strength, structure, and visual harmony. To achieve true symmetry, they used a mix of visual inspection and precise measuring tools. This too was an iterative process, as each refinement exposed smaller imperfections. With careful use of axes, these inconsistencies were corrected layer by layer. This meticulous attention to detail ensured the canoe would perform smoothly on the water. It also allowed the vessel to stand out as an impressive and beautifully crafted piece. As shaping continued, the canoe's curves became more defined, showcasing the team's precision and care. And throughout the process, preserving the wood was a constant challenge against time and the elements. Douglas fir is naturally strong and resistant to decay, but it's also highly prone to cracking as it dries. To prevent this, the team applied oil daily, slowing moisture loss and reducing the chances of the wood splitting. They relied mostly on second-hand oil stains, an eco-friendly choice that fit perfectly with the project's resourceful nature. Frequent oiling helped the wood stay flexible while minimizing stress cracks. Without this treatment, rapid drying could have weakened the canoe's structure. Extra care was given to knots and other naturally fragile spots in the wood. These areas were soaked thoroughly with oil, forming a protective barrier. Thanks to this, the team could continue shaping the wood without worrying about cracking. Historically, axes and adzes were primary tools used by indigenous canoe makers and early explorers. These tools allowed builders to shape logs with precision and full control. Used for thousands of years, they offered a direct, tactile connection with the material. They allowed craftsmen to sense the grain and follow its natural contours. One of the toughest parts of using an axe was dealing with the knots and dense fibers of Douglas fir. Unlike softer woods, Douglas fir demanded very accurate strikes to prevent splintering. The axe's versatility helped the team adapt as they worked through natural imperfections. Incorporating axe work honored traditional methods. It also added authenticity, leaving intentional tool marks on parts of the canoe. However, these marks couldn't remain untreated, as they might cause flotation issues. As shaping advanced, finer sandpaper was used to create a smoother, more polished surface. Sanding the exterior improved the canoe's hydrodynamics. By refining the surface, the team also revealed the natural beauty of the Douglas fir grain. The bow and stern were hollowed to improve how water flows around the canoe. Solid ends would disrupt the water and add resistance. Hollowing these sections improved balance and efficiency. It also helped the canoe track straighter, even in moving water. Final trimming at the bow and stern refined the hydrodynamic shape. These adjustments reduced drag and allowed water to flow smoothly across the surface. A sharp bow minimized resistance and helped the canoe cut through the water. Symmetry was critical, as even small imbalances could affect performance. The team kept checking the contours to ensure a smooth glide.
Historically, canoe makers understood how important this final shaping phase was. Indigenous builders and early explorers often tested their canoes in shallow water, making small adjustments until the vessel handled exactly as needed. By removing extra wood, they improved both speed and stability, crucial for long journeys and difficult waterways. But as we watch the finishing touches, there's one vital point to remember. Before a dugout canoe can be used, the wood must be conditioned to withstand long exposure to water. This conditioning boosts durability and improves hydrodynamic performance by managing how the wood reacts to moisture. As the canoe adapts to its environment, water helps slow further drying and reduces cracking, especially in areas that have been thinned or hollowed. Gradually introducing water to the canoe's surface allows the wood fibers to expand evenly, helping seal tiny micro cracks. This step is crucial as the final sanding process completes and perfects this stabilization. As we can see, the belladonna beaver is a remarkable fusion of natural beauty. This project goes beyond its functional purpose, standing as a tribute to heritage and the timeless charm of handmade artistry. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to visit Thomas J. Elpel's channel